understand they all are like that. It just so happens to be that a lot of them are the ones with got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. That's not our fault. I mean, you can't blame us for that. That's just facts. This is how it is. And people that want to defend this, want to, you know, support that, they have no right being in the country as well. They have no love for the United States. They only have contempt and hate for it. And that's, I mean, if you don't like it that much, just leave. Go somewhere else. And take the people that you're trying to defend with you. The criminals. That steal from you, steal from your family. And protect the politicians that do the same. I think they all need to go. They all need to go out. They need to get deported or put in prison. Because they quite literally broke the law. It's not just for no reason. And people that don't understand that, it's just ignorant and virtue signaling. And once you start doing that, once you start putting people in prison for that, you start giving long sentences, start giving harsh punishments, a lot of that will stop. Yeah, it says new. I love that. That's awesome. How long ago was this podcast? You're still taking clips from it? New York is about to become the biggest political experiment in America. For years, people have been fleeing for Texas, Florida, and Tennessee in search of a lower tax, safer streets, and greater opportunity. Now the country's financial capital is doubling down on a far left agenda. I don't celebrate the decline of one of America's greatest cities, but elections have consequences, and reality is the ultimate referee. Over the next few years, America will witness the two competing visions side by side: economy freedom versus big government. The results will speak louder than any campaign slogan ever could. Dude,
New York. This is the millionaire
this guy.
They're calling it.
This guy's
Just found Florida, Texas, Tennessee, better places to live.
What's happening is New York is just going to absolute going to hell in a handbasket.
The largest city in our country.
We'll say that
is a financial capital of our country, and they're going to find out what it's like for it to be run by a devout communist. People are going
devout
to
communist,
that state,
yeah.
More than likely coming to the great state of Texas and Florida, of course. And while I hate to see the demise of one of our great cities in this country, every now and again you have to feel some pain. And
I agree with that.
City is about to feel some serious pain for the
Yeah.
next 4 years, and then my guess is they're going to self-correct. I would never root for a communist to win in any city in this great nation. But every now and again, when I saw that happen, I thought to myself, this is going to be an example and a bellwether example for every major city in this country. Do you want to be like New York City, or do you want to be a real American? Do you want to be more like Texas? Do you want to be more like the free state of Florida? And I think the contrast that you're going to see over the next 4 years based on what they've done compared to what real Americans want to see in this country couldn't be greater.
Dude, cooked on that one. Yeah. True. Absolutely. And I'm here for that. That's, I mean, it, like you said, it's not like he said, it's not something that you wish to happen. You know, you don't want you don't want someone that's proven to be a supporter of communism and socialism to be in power, obviously, anywhere, to have any kind of power. That's just not what the American life is about, not what America is about at all. And then, but you love to see whenever they don't work, and the people that voted for them was just like, oh, it's got to be better, you know? No, it's absolutely the worst. Because you got a lot of people that were the rich people that were working there, the rich people that had businesses there, that were, you know, just multi-millionaires leaving that state to go to a different state. There goes a lot of your tax revenue. A lot of it. And that's going to hurt. And guess what? It's going to take a lot longer than 4 years for them to correct it. Because nobody's going to go back to New York if it's still... I mean, if it's like that, they're not going to trust the next person in power. They're going to have to wait. Unless that person is someone on the Republican side that's been proven through leading, doing certain... just winning votes and doing what is right and being someone that has proven that they can bring a state from dead to, or has proven to keep their word, to be honest, that's what it's going to take. And if they don't elect somebody like that and they do just elect somebody else, yeah, the people, someone else that hasn't been, put through the fire, hasn't been tested, hasn't done what they're going to say, or just has little experience because they like his vibe or something, then they're not going to go back right away. It's going to take time. They're going to have to wait and see what happens because the trust has been broken.
This year alone, we've added 18,000 new manufacturing jobs, and that number could go up by 10.
That's great. I don't see it in any of the prices. Let's put some money towards having chip manufacturers, making chip manufacturers. Let's give these small chip manufacturers big money. They come over here and make chips so that we don't have any kind of RAM shortage anymore. I feel like that would be very useful. I think that would solve a lot of the inflation in the electronic market. Cheaper electronics is always good for the economy, I believe. It's like having cheaper cars. But, the quality still has to be there. If you can keep the same quality but lower the price by, decreasing the supply and demand by getting more supply than there is demand, or just the amount that you need, that can bring down a lot of prices. It might not be immediate, but it'll definitely be a lot less because it won't be so scarce. Once people saw that ballistic was pulling out, or crucial, I guess you would call it, they made ballistic RAM, and it was a really good RAM. I mean, Micron is one of the sorry, I call them ballistic and then I call them Micron, or no, crucial. Now it's Micron. Anyway, same company, different products. All use the same chips. Micron. Anyway, once Micron said we're not making any more RAM for the public, we're gonna go full, what is it? Suppliers only, not suppliers, but businesses, B2B. That made everybody freak out, and that's exactly when RAM went through the roof. Oh, it's so sad. It's depressing. It's you can't build affordable PC anymore. The most expensive part used to be your, graphics card and CPU. Now it's RAM, graphics card, and motherboard. CPU is like the cheapest thing you can buy, and that's still inflated. I could be completely wrong, and the whole reason is because we don't have the materials. Like a lot of the materials, it's hard to get material, and if that's the case, then yeah, gotta find out how to make chips with different material or synthetic material or something, Gotta do something. Can't just sit here and let the prices keep being what they are. It's just gonna be more demand. I mean, also AI taking so much silicon. That's insane. But yeah, there's got to be something. Something's got to change, and it will. There'll be a breakthrough. That only a certain, that a certain material works better with AI or just as good. We no longer have to suffer. But I feel like that's gonna take a long time. What is this?
The top 10%.
Dang, it's terrible audio. I'm not watching that. Pete Higgs was earning $2 million a year at Fox News. Now he's earning $246,000 as WarSec. People should be concerned with those who go to Congress to enrich themselves, not those who sacrifice their livelihood to serve. Drop a flag if you stand with Hegseth. Okay, so that's, obviously that's true, but it's also misleading because I believe this is a little too over exaggerating. Sacrifices their livelihood. That's like a really strong. That's really strong for someone that's, has been making $2 million a year for how long? How long did he work at Fox? I mean, maybe it wasn't 2 million, maybe it was 1 million still. So you save up that money and then you get a check of 246,000. And then you get that for the remainder of your life. I believe, unless that's just the president. But I don't believe it is. Maybe half of that. I don't know. I would have to find out. Yeah, actually, I don't know that 100%. So, we'll just leave